Pisces, how you doing? So we're here with your tarot card reading for April 2020. How you doing, Pisces? So we're also going to look into some spirit channeled messages for you guys and some things that I wrote, some things that also come out, and then we'll look into a tarot card reading and see how they can relate to you. I'm also picking up relatives, something to do like picking up relatives. Okay, but we will go on with that one hopefully very soon if I can remember that one, but I need to just explain something. Relatives. But I'm kind of doing that quite a lot at the moment. So something to do is really something to do with like relatives coming over to stay, or some kind of like theoretical or theoretical like music or something, or like theory, like the theory of relativity, and they're also saying relatives. Okay, but we're going to look into your tarot card reading after the channel messages. I can't tell you a timeline to the channel messages. They will only relate to you if you watch back on the reading later on, just to see if they were past, present, or future, if they started to come into fruition. Okay, but we do that, and then we look into your tarot card reading. So I'm picking up relatives. Something to do with like, well, I'm picking up my relatives, and I'm trying to relate to this person also, but I might be asked to stay at some relatives. So it feels like that there is an energy of where you might have relatives that you want to go to, or they want to come to you. Some of you, it is like family relatives, and that there seems to be like a lot of people around your relatives. Okay. But also, if you're not relating to relatives, it seems to be that the person of interest to you is not quite with you at the moment. It's like, well, we're not quite together. It's like we are together, but we're not together. So we're possibly just talking, but it could be coming through to do with the coronavirus and something like that. Maybe through isolation, because I'm picking up check out, or like an operatic kind of. They're saying also an operation of something that might be coming up that you might need to postpone, to do with like an operation. Some of you could be asked to go to the doctors or to a hospital. I don't think that it's anything urgent. I just think that some of you, it's to do with like that obviously what's going on, that there's a lot of like things that are people going over just to make sure that they're okay. But generally, if there are any like they're also saying if there was a major health concern, if there was a major health concern, I'm not sure where that one's coming from, but if there was a major health concern, it's not as, they're saying it's not as important as it used to be, something like that. That there seems to be something that you were concerned about, but it's not as, you're not concerned about it as what you used to be. Okay, something like that. I'm not as concerned as I used to be. It feels like that there is an energy around you that you're not so concerned anymore, because you've understood, you've learned, you've gone through this major cycle with somebody. Okay, and it feels like, well, I'm used to this by now, so I'm kind of like, it feels like that there's a homebody around you at the moment. Okay. And it seems to be, well, I'm used to this at the moment, and I'm used to just going for there's something to do with like my relatives. But okay, so keep an open mind, because they could get very personal. But something to do like, well, it's just my relatives, so I'm used to it now. So we're just something to do with. Okay, so we'll go back, because I'm getting a little bit sporadic and a little bit ahead of myself. It feels like I'm getting slightly ahead of myself, because I'm picking up come fly with me, come fly away. Okay, because I'm definitely picking up like someone flying or something. Okay, like possibly coming to see you, or you're going to see them, or a future something that could be coming up that you might have to put on the back burner maybe. Okay, because I'm definitely picking up that, but I'm picked up come in and then come over. Okay, so it was something to do with like over the rainbow, something to do with that, over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Well, the rainbow was a lot to do with obviously the Ten of Cups, and come over to my place, and like family and stuff like that, so you can come over. So if you have a love life through the Ten of Clubs, something to do with clubs, the Ten of Clubs. But if you, someone could be reading cards to do with playing actual, like not tarot cards, but cards. But can you play clubs or something like that? Or can you pay the club? Can you pay this club book? I think someone has like ordered some stuff, and it's like, can you pay the club book? Or something like that. Can you pay off this thing in the club book? Whatever that is relating to. Club book is obviously like where there's like loads of stuff, and it's like, oh, actually I've ordered all this stuff, and now can I pay for it? So I think that you might be looking at your finances, okay, because we all go over money, love, all that kind of stuff too, family life. But there might be a club book bill or something that you know, that you're like, well, I'm just browsing. It's like, well, I'm just browsing, and okay, I'm also picking up eyebrows or something to do with that. Okay, eyebrows. But I'm just browsing, and I'm just browsing. But I actually did buy all of this stuff before, and now I'm having to repay it all back. Some of you could have hit that retrogradal period where everybody was said through Pisces, whatever you do, don't go spend any money, and everybody was like, oh, well, okay, let's go spend everything. Okay, so that was last month, I think, right? But there's so much going on, I can't remember. But, you know, the Pisces readings where everybody was saying, be very careful through your astrology, don't go and spend too much money. But I think some of you could have possibly overspent, and it was like, well, I've just been browsing, and I'm just now browsing and really wanting some stuff, but I really don't know if I really should, because I have a back catalogue. Something to do with like cataloguing quite a lot of stuff. Now, some of you it's coming through as like a clothing line or something that you're interested in, and there's a catalogue of stuff that you might have to pay off, but you're paying it piece by piece. It's like, well, I have a catalogue, so I can order this and I can order that, and then I'll just have to pay it off later. And it's either, for some of you, you're thinking about that now, and the timeline switches for some of you that are thinking about paying stuff off later. For some of you, it's something that was a back catalogue of stuff that you may have got, but you might have regretted for. I'm also picking up Margaret, something to do with like a name Margaret, okay, or Marge, Maggie. I'm also picking up Maggie. I'm also having to pick up a Maggie, okay. I'm also hearing a Naggy. sorry, Pisces, but something to do with like I've got this back catalogue and I might have to pay it. For some of you, you did finalise that and you did pay it all off, and then you're now looking for some more, because it feels like, well, I'm looking for some more. I'm looking to pay all this stuff off. Okay, now, somewhere over the rainbow was a television programme in Britain a long time ago called Rod James, Zippy and Bungle, and it was called Rainbow. Okay, and somewhere over the rainbow, I've picked up streets and houses, because it used to say somewhere over the streets and houses, rainbow flying high. Through that, as soon as I hit houses, it hit development. So something seems to be development, because I put house/development. So it seems to be that there is some kind of like development to do with like windows, because I'm picking up like a window company or a window cleaning company, or something to do with like windows. We're having new windows put in. Some of you are physically like looking at renovations and you're having new windows put in, or there's some kind of like housing development that you could be involved in at work, or it is you're the main person that is looking into land, properties, house and housing development. Now, for some of you, you physically work and you do that kind of thing where you lease out homes and houses. Some of you, you have your own home and house, and it might be where you are looking into development, okay? Because it feels like that something's under. It says under. It could be Australian, but something's like going under, like the housing development. Okay, they're saying that there's a possibly that somewhere over streets and houses, that there's a development, but it might be going under. Now that's either from Australia and like it's because it's down under, or it's something like it seems to be going under, like something's. They're saying no, definitely though, something like it's going under development. So I think that some of you, there might be some kind of someone that's interested in some kind of product value that you have, and some of you it's to do with like housing development and land. Okay, now they're saying that something seems to be developing. Okay, housing developing seems to be rising, but the government, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but I mean, obviously people are really struggling, so I don't know the truth of these messages at the moment. But they're saying that something seems to be going under development. But through development, I'm always picking up that it seems to be developing. That something around me is developing. Like some of you, it's like the relationship is where it's developing, but there's distance because it's somewhere over. It's like, come on over. It's like, okay, they say stay or stay. It's like, come stay with me, but stay with me. Can you come and stay with me? Can you come over and stay with me? And it feels like that because I keep picking up that someone's possibly thinking or can't that I have to travel to see my person. So it might just be that I'm messaging and we're together, but we're messaging and I can't. So it's like, can you come over? And it's like, oh, I really don't know if I can or if I should. Okay. But I'm also picking up that something seems to be developing. Now, for some of you, if there is a major health concern that you have been concerned about in the past, that there possibly might be some kind of like development with that. But I really don't know that news would be something that's really important to you that you would personally know about, okay? Because they're saying don't pry. They're saying something about don't pry into my personal life and don't pry into my health. I think some of you, there is an energy also around you that it might be like it's someone like tries, because I don't know why, but it feels like I'm trying to make you cry. It's like, well, I'm just trying to make you cry, and it's like, why can't you cry? Because I'm picking up cry, 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 cry. I'm gonna cry myself blind. Something to do with like crying myself blind. Now I'm not sure why that one is, or crime. Something to do with like crime or crying myself blind. I don't know why. But I'm picking up that there is someone around you of this concern, okay? And that they're really concerned about what you're doing and what you're saying and where you're going. And it feels like, well, I just can't help but pry. And it's like, well, you can help but pry, because please don't make me cry. It's like, I can't cry again. I don't want to cry. It's something like, I don't want to cry again. It's like, I don't want to cry again. Some of you could well still be involved with someone from the past. And it's like, I don't want to cry again. Like, I don't want you to make me cry again. I've been blind before. I do not want to. It's saying I've been blind before and I don't want to be blind again. Blindsided. I've been blindsided again. Think they watch me too. Something to do with like stereophonics. Think they watch me too. Someone's thinking that they're watching them too. So I don't know whether they are. Two of Cups. Something to do with like they think, or you think, or somebody thinks that there is a Two of Cups watching them. It's like, I'm just thinking and thinking and thinking that this Two of Cups is watching me. Okay, I don't know why. Two of Cups is watching me. If your channel name is Two of Cups, welcome. Hopefully, but something to do with like Two of Cups. Okay, so you might have a channel name or a name of something to do like Two of Cups. Okay, but Two of Cups is watching me. So 2 cups. I don't know why they're picking up that. 2 cups. Oh, okay. I picked up a 2. There. That's a very, very. I can't say that one, Spirit. No, something to do like the 2 cups, right? But I think there was 3 cups in that used to be. If a lot of people are on my same wavelength, or Sadie. I'm picking up a Sadie, or Shady. Something to do with Slim Shady. Something to do with Slim Shady. Or slim shades, like someone's wearing shades quite a lot. Okay, but well, where are these coming from? Okay, so we'll try and grasp some of that. I'm picking up that someone thinks that this Two of Cups is watching them, but I don't know why. It feels like that someone is like around your energy. It might not even be you're the person, but it feels like that there's another person here, and whoever this other person is. It feels like you're watching me and my Two of Cups. So for some of you, it's like a family situation where someone is like so concerned about your Two of Cups, meaning that they're so concerned about your relationship that you could physically be in one, but someone's very concerned about your Two of Cups. And it's causing a mirror. It's causing the mirror effect. It's causing the butterfly effect. Something to do with like effects, that there's something affecting me and I'm not sure what it is. Some of you, I really hope not Pisces, but it's something to do with like an infection, and I really don't know, but I'm not. It's okay. Messages, when they come through, they can be very weak or they can be very strong. If they're very strong, I normally go really cold. If they're mediocre or kind of like down here, I can kind of pick that up. And I'm kind of picking up, for some of you, it is because you know that you have like some kind of concern of a health thing. So I don't want to freak people out and think, well, I'm not ill, so will I be? It's because I don't want to put people into illusion. Because I'm picking up like a cloak of something, like a coke. I'm picking up some. Hope not. Hopefully it's this, right? Hopefully it's that. But a coach. I'm picking up a coach. They're also saying I'm picking up being a coach or something like I want to be a coach. But I want to be a coach, or I'm coaching, or I am coaching. Coaching. Good luck. Good luck. Something to do with like coach. I want to be a coach, or I want to be a coach, or I want to be a coach. Something to do with that, or I'm couching. Something to do with a couch as well. Like I'm having to pick up a couch, or pick up a couch. I picked that up very strangely in another reading. Pick up a pen. And that was really strange. Because it was either like, I need to pick up a pen, a bit like this. It's like, I need to pick up a pen, I need to pick up a pen, I need to pick up a pen. And it's either like a rap, or it's some kind of like music, or it's like, I want to pick up a pen, I want to pick up a pen, I want to pick up a pen. Will someone please pick up that pen? It's like, will you pick up the pen, and will you... Okay, they're saying something to do with penitentiary. That some of it could be like penitent, the patience, penitentiary and patience. Okay, so we'll go on to try and do 2 of those messages. Something like penitentiary for some of you. For some of you, it's like I'm trying to pick up patience. It's like I'm trying to have the patience to pick up my patience, and I'm trying to coach people, but I'm losing my patience with my patience. It feels like I'm losing my patience with my patience. Someone is like really involved with a Libra, okay, because I pick up as patience as Libra, but something to do with like I'm really losing my patience with a patient. It's like I'm losing my patience with this patient. They are so patient, I don't know why. It's like I have good patience and bad patience, and I have good patience and I have bad patience. Some of you, it's like I'm losing my patience with someone, though. There definitely seems to be an energy around you like I'm losing my patience. If you just prod me one more time, I am really losing my patience. Okay, now, for some of you, it's like I really seem to be losing my patience. Pretty much a bit like my YouTube channel, really. It seems to be losing everybody. But, you know, people have their own choice. But I seem to be losing my patience. I seem to be losing my patience. Now, for some of you, if you're like physically work with like patients and it's something to do with like the NHS and stuff like that, much respect to people. But again, like I seem to be losing all my patients. All my patients just seem to be like losing or it's coming through as like I seem to be losing my patience. Like I'm losing my patience with something. I think that some of you also it's coming through as a love life as well. That someone seems to be losing their patience because someone is asking about this Two of Cups, right? Now, whoever this is, I've got no idea. At the moment, it's a hand, okay? Something's in the hand. Something's in my hand. It's like, Mr. Handman. Can't say that one. Can't swear on YouTube anymore. But something to do with like a comic book. Man, you are straight out of a comic book, right? Bruce Lee. But something to do with like out of a comic book. You're like, man, you are straight out of a comic book, right? Someone's like super fly or something, like a fly guy or a fly shy guy. Or something like, I mean, a shy guy or just a fly guy, something like that, or the name Guy or something to do with that. Guy Fawkes Day as well. Something to do with like a very big thing to do with like Guy Fawkes Day. Now I picked that up through another reading to do with November the 5th. And I didn't realise that it was Sagittarius. I think it was in Sagittarius. Can't remember. But I just realised what that is for myself. That is when my father passed, which was on Guy Fawkes Day, which was November the 5th, 11 or 12 years ago. I really can't remember. Something around there, but my dad was an Aries and he passed and it was November the 5th. So it's something to do with like, remember the 5th of November. Something is going to happen around the 5th of November. Mark my words, something. And I really can't tell what, but it's come out twice now in two readings. Someone else's and this one. And it was around Sagittarius reading, I think. You'd have to watch them. But there was a message in there about remember the 5th of November. And it could well have been even Libra. But something to do with that. Okay, now remember, okay. So we've done the relatives, and I'm picking up definitely housing development. That something seems to be developing. It's quite because I'm picking up good and bad, and I really can't pinpoint it for everybody because I'm kind of like warm and cold. You know where you follow like this cold. Okay, you follow it. Someone's following this virus thing. Okay, and they're following it because thank you, because they are concerned about their health. Now, for some of you, okay, I mean, like everybody, but for some of you, it's really important because you have an underlining development of something from the past. You are slightly worried about it, but you're following a lot to do with the news of the coronavirus, and you're like it's not developing, but it's good because you're keeping up to date with like your health and your concern and all that kind of thing, and that's where the concern's from. Those messages are stronger, really, just to do with the people that have possible underlining past health concerns that they are looking into housing development. They're saying, like, well, I'm looking into a housing development. So some of you might be, like, considering rehousing. Like, I'm rehousing from here to here. But because of this, like, concern that seems to be that is going on, for some of you it's coming across like I'm moving from here literally to here, and I am moving, but there's a concern at the moment because it's to do with like something may be developing or it might not, and I have to take my own emotional my own physical health first before this move. So basically, whoever you are, before you go here to here is the health concern. And for some of you, it's that I have to go through this health to get here. Okay, now, because I'm seeing it, because I'm seeing all these things being put together, like these graphs or something. Some of you, you're drawing plans out and you're making like a graph of like this house that we've got or want to build. Now, for some of you, it's coming through as like, to get here to my partner, I've got to look at the health concern first. Or I have to go through the NHS and I have to look for a package of money, because the time from here to here, and trust me, I put out a COVID-19 thing and someone said, oh no, you've got to keep your vibration high. This was unnecessary. Really, you think your vibration is going to cover up something that you can't physically see because you've got high vibration? Positive and stuff like that is good as well, right? But I don't know, some people, you know, I express myself through music and passion. 250 people in the UK yesterday died through the coronavirus. 250 people, right? And I was trying to say to this person, no, I ended up taking it down. I wish I hadn't. But something to do with, like, you know, narcissism and things like that, all those kind of things that go on. You can't stop that affecting you, can you? You know, you can't stop these people, and you can't stop things that are happening to your mind. So what does it matter what anybody has or say about your vibration? You know, positivity, positive mental attitude within yourself is good, sure. But, you know, spreading news is worse than anything else because it travels quicker than anything else. Good and bad news. It travels really quickly, okay? So, I don't know why I'm going into that rant, Pisces. But definitely something about here, okay? Now, here, I've got to go from here to here. Some of you, it's a package of money that you're looking for, of support to go from here to here. You haven't been looking at it because the timeline seems to be going further. Now, why I said that at the beginning was a lot of things that I've been speaking about for months to do with, like, people and things that are going to happen have all started to now happen, okay? And then I get blamed for actually, like, well, what do you think you're talking about? This is not true. And then all of a sudden, you know, you come back a month later and what do you know? You could be in a Scorpio reading saying, toilet roll, and then all of a sudden everybody starts going mad over toilet roll. And that was like a month before. Okay, so I don't know why I'm trying to prove myself. It feels like I have to try and prove myself to something. Like I've got to try and prove. Because I'm picking it up that whatever this is to do with like proof. I have to have proof of identity. I have to have proof of residency. I have to have proof. I also picked that up as a name as well through someone that was called Proof. Okay, Proof. But for some of you, it's like a battle of something to do like documents or moving or having to find something for the government to physically be able to go through it to get here. So for some of you, there's this housing development, okay? But you've got to go through all of this stuff of paperwork. Paperwork, I don't know why, because it's like, over the streets and houses, rainbow flying high, right? But if you watch Lucid Dream Tarot Music, you'll see a prediction that I came out with where that person actually passed and died, which was, what was his name? Jeffrey Haynes. He actually passed years later, and I'd done it 3 months before he actually passed. The clip of that video, it's actually on Lucid Dream Tarot Music if you want to watch it. But that happened 3 months later after that happening. I made that video. 3 months later, it came on the radio that he passed, and it was something I was saying in that video, so I made a short clip. So if you are interested, Lucid Dream Tarot Music. Okay, there are other things over there. But again, here. So I've got to go through all of these things first, and I have to like sort this out. I have to sort my documents out. I have to prove this, and I have to prove that. And the last thing that I want to do is have to prove myself to also someone that's trying to get into something. Because it feels like that in order to do this, I might have to intervene with this person to ask them something. But it feels like I really don't know if I want to. Because it feels like I'm slightly compromised here with all the work that I have to do of trying to find all of this stuff. And it's either to do with a development at home, a health concern for some of you, and it's to do with like national health. Or for some of you, it's a flipped timeline of to do with like my work. My work is compromised because the health concern is happening here, and my timeline of gap of where I might not get paid from the government or wherever you were saying the government. So it might be now where you've got to go through a package of money that you might be able to claim through insurance or something like that, because your timeline seems to be here, but it's going to be overextended. Okay, and you know, mark my words, trust me, if people don't believe my spirit guides, how do you think I channel? But again, right, that it feels like some of you out there are going to be not suffering because you have savings, but some of you, it's like it's going to be extended. This thing that's going on in the universe, it's going to be extended if it isn't already. Some countries it's different, but it seems that it's going to be extended, where you're looking for an extension. Like I said, some of you, it is a physical extension of housing development, and we're looking to build an extension. Some of it, it's because there's an elderly person that might be going to stay with or without you. Like you're going to them or they're coming to you, but it feels like that we need to build this extension. It's a little bit like a granny annex. Okay, granny annex is an extension of a house on a, you must know what a granny annex is. It's just if I'm from the UK and I come across a little bit ignorant, I don't know what other people call it in other countries. But it seems to be there's this extension, okay? And it might be used for quarantine, where it's like, well, we have relatives come to stay, okay? But you might be able to stay here, so we're looking to either put you in there or build one, okay? Now, they're also saying an extension of money. Does anybody want a tarot card reading? But again, like there's an extension also, and I'm looking for an extension of my pay grade, meaning like I get paid, but I'm looking for an extension of it, okay? So you might be coming up where you might have to talk to your boss about extending your pay. Like, can I have a package? And if not, I've got to go through all of this government stuff here if my boss doesn't pay me. So for some of you, it's like a different instant of the same kind of energy that seems to be around you, okay? So I think I'm leaving those ones there because I could go on for quite a bit longer with those, okay? And I didn't actually come up with any names for you guys, but I'm definitely picking up that there is something to do with like distance, social distancing. They're definitely saying social distances. And because of that, if you're in relationships, it feels like that there's social distancing. So social distancing is keeping us somewhere over the rain. I've got no idea why I'm seeing. My visions are really getting stronger just lately, guys. But I'm seeing this rainbow. Some of you, it's another Pisces that you're involved with. Like there's two Pisces. Okay, now you could have it in your chart or something. Some of you, it's physically from the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Cups, right? So from 10 to 10 is 20. So you could have judgment that's coming up for some of you, which is a contract of work, of reconciliation with someone from the past. But it doesn't have to be an ex-lover. It could be a contract at work, okay? And it could be something to do with an illness, because I'm picking up judgment, I really am, okay? So that might come out through the reading somewhere, okay? But I'm definitely picking up somewhere over the rainbow was flying high. Okay, something to do with that. 2 10s, I'm seeing 2 10s, 2 10, 2 10, 10, 10. Okay, so we've got a different deck that I haven't used that much. I've had them for years, but never had the courage to actually use them. And I've done them in the last 2 readings, and they seem to work quite well. So let's see, because I got confused because you can see both sides of these. A lot of people must have seen them on other tarot channels, right? But we'll have a look and see what we can see. So I raise them up. Raise me up. So if it falls down, that's the way that we keep it, okay? Definitely seeing the Ten of Cups. Let's see, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2020. Tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2020, please. April 2020. Tarot reading. Okay. So you've got the Sun. So the Sun, this came out, Sagittarius energy, family, okay? Family, there's like, well, there's the Sun. It's like, well, I've got my son, and at least my son's here. So for some of you, this is to do with your family, and you're isolating yourself with your family, and someone is saying, well, at least my son's here for me. So your family member is saying that to you, okay? But there's definitely a Sun here. There's a Leo here, but they could have that literally anywhere in their chart. But again, well, at least my son's here. So some of you could have Pisces in your chart and you have a son and you're like, well, at least my son's here. Okay. Now, you see. So, again, the same cards came out and I shuffled these big time. Okay, big time. This came out for Sagittarius reading. Okay. Turning my back. This is this way. This is also a Leo, Aries or Sagittarius, but Leo's for me. Okay. But the King of Wands, so it's like, well, we're gated. This is like a gated community, or we're looking into a gate, okay? Because this is like, well, we're going to have to keep our social distancing, okay? Sorry about the light, but again, it's like I'm going to have to turn my back. I can't. Some of you, right, you really do go through something real bad at home, where it's like I've got to turn my back, or you've got to turn your back on this Sun, okay, or your sun is turning their back, something like that, okay. Sorry about very personal messages for a lot of you guys, but again, I can't help but read tarot cards, okay. There's someone that's turning their back on a family member, okay, because it feels like I can't listen to you. I can't now, whoever that is, son, daughter, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, it doesn't matter. But again, I'm having to turn my back because you're not listening. It's like, again, through the film reference, White Men Can't Jump. You know, I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, but it's pointless because every time I do, you don't listen to a word I say. It means that, oh, well, I'm listening. But it's like, no, you're not, because you're not taking my feelings into consideration when I say it. It's like I speak and I speak the truth. If I say it, I mean it. So it's like, well, I'm meaning what I say and it's there. So why did you not take my feelings into consideration when I told you? That's why it's coming across as a controlling energy, because you've got the King of Wands in control, out of control, in control, out of control, in control, out of control, because it's in reverse, pretty much. Okay, so it's like, you know, you're trying to ask questions about my love life. You're trying to ask questions about my sex life. You're trying to ask questions about anything that is personal to me. Trust me, the King of Wands can be a phallic card, but it's definitely personal to someone. Whether they talk about that, whether they don't. It's like, that's way too personal for me. I can't talk about that. Now, some of you get hounded by somebody. Now, for somebody, it might be to do with like a sexual nature, that someone asks a lot of questions about, you know, some very weird stuff. I don't know why I'm picking that up one, right? But it's like, you know, I'm asking you some very personal questions. It's like, I don't like personal questions. Do not pry into my personal life. Do not ask me about money. Do not ask me about finances. Do not ask me about my son. Do not ask me about my son. Do not ask me about this. Just don't ask. It's like, just at the moment, if you're thinking about contacting a Pisces and there's someone that's struggling with that, do not contact them, because it's saying, do not ask me. Do not ask me about my money. Do not ask me about my sex life. Do not ask me about this. Do not ask me about anything. That's what they're saying. Don't ask. Just do not ask. They're saying don't ask. Okay, so you've got the Five of Wands. There is a lot of like heading towards, because here is these two people are really going at it here, right? But in the reverse, it's like, we've got a distance. You see, we've got to socially distance ourselves away from anything that is destructive, because it feels like the person that you talk to is self-destructive. It's a little bit, they'll pick up the tower in this, but it's not. It's like self-destructive. It's the Five of Wands. Self-destruction. It feels like someone is like self-destruction. Like they're picking it up. Someone is selfish. That's what they're saying. Like somebody in your energy. It might not be love life. The person, okay, to relate this, it's to the person that you're struggling with. If you're really struggling with somebody, that's because you're really struggling with them. So relate it to them. Okay, so please don't like, oh no, you're talking about my love life and it's not. You know, it's the person that you're struggling with. Okay, it's like, okay, I'm really struggling. I need to know. And it's like, just, I don't want to answer. I'm turning my back. But again, for some of you, if this is relating to your love life and it's a slight struggle, then the slight struggle is because we've had to turn our back on each other because of isolation. Because somewhere over the rainbow is, you see, the Seven, which is the Tower. I haven't seen these cards. I haven't. They're really cool, man. But again, it's like at home. Wherever you are at home, it's full of drama. It is. Because it's avoiding an energy of the Tower, which means that I'm standing on eggshells around someone, that when we talk, we both explode at one another. Very, very, very temperamental is the Tower. And very, very, very temperamental is this person turning their back on someone that wants to know a lot of things. The Seven, trust me, wants to know everything about life. It's between 1 and 7, which is when you wake up to when you pretty much of your relationship of your work. Okay? So between when you wake up and you get up, it's like they're there. This person is there. They're there on your mind. You can't, trust me, this person is on your mind 24/7. 24/7, okay? So you're living with them more likely 24/7. So I have to try and avoid this Tower, because if I do, the moment we talk, we fuse out. It's like you confuse me, I confuse you, so we're going to have to turn my back on you, because every time we talk, we argue. To a high degree. I'm picking up onto a high degree, okay? So whoever that is around you, it's someone from when you wake up to when you go to bed. But you do have the Sun here. So for some of you, if it isn't like you're arguing with a son, you're arguing with a love life. If you're not arguing with a mother, then you're more than likely getting on with your love life, because the Sun is there as a protection service, okay? they're saying like something to do with like protection service. Like I probably work for some kind of like human naturist or like protection service, and I provide a service for protection. Okay, some of you it's like security guard, like you do it as a. Some of the men are out there, man. But something to do with like I work as a security guard. For some, it's a security guard that you work for. Okay, and I'm working as a security guard. Now, for some of you, because the sun is here and it's the best card here, it just means that your love life is here. That could be very positive. And what you have this as a separate energy is something else that's really going on that's destructive here is why this is all mirrored, where it's also affecting things to do with like affection. They're saying something to do with like an infection, or it's something to do with like infectious. I don't know why, like an infectious, because this is radiotherapy, guys. You know, I will say that if anybody is there, if anything is there, it's to do with radiotherapy. Yeah, because these are both like, you know, burning energies. So it seems to be like I'm trying to get rid of this condition, and I'm really trying to get rid of it by burning it away. So some of you are like probably going through this medical history or the medical from here to here, having to go through all of this medical services because it feels like I can't win and I can't lose and I can't lose and I can't win either. So I've got to go through all of that. You've got to go through this. That's what they're also saying. Okay, but you come out the other side. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, you come out with a good offer. So whatever it is that you go through, if it is to do with like the work is separate and you've got to go through that, you come out with a good offer. It's like something will be offered to you. Okay, so you will get something to do with money. You will get that. Okay, but again, this person that causes this here with you is going to remain relentless in the Ace of Pentacles can be an energy of like feeling oblivious. It's like, no, let's just have a new start. Let's just start again. Okay, let's just do all of this. And then when the energy settles down, let's make up and let's just do it again. And it's like, I don't want to do it again. It's like I've done it like over and over and over because I keep picking up like it's just over. But I just keep doing it over and over again because they're definitely saying somewhere over the rainbow. And it's like, it's over. It's like, it's over, it's over, it's over. It's like, no, it's not over. It's like, war is over. Something like the war is over, but the war is not over because this person will remain relentless, and I'm really picking this up as a big family dynamic for a lot of you guys. Okay, so because you've got two positive cards here, at the end of the rainbow, it seems to be that there is a positive energy of like either a son or someone in your life that you look for healing energy that brightens your day. There's got to be somebody in your life that brightens your day. That's the person. Okay. So I'm also hearing the name Day, okay? But as somebody that brightens my day, okay? But there is also someone that really doesn't brighten your day, okay? What else was I picking up for you guys, Pisces? So for some of you, this is a medical thing that you're looking for that the channel messages are really going to like, you know, hit home more for you as a message of what you should look at that for, okay? Because I really, you know, it frustrates me sometimes as well as when reader, you know, looking into just one thing and when it doesn't relate, someone really tries to make that relate and they get very angry with it. And it's like, you know, it doesn't have to. Through tarot card readings, they can mean so many different things. And that's why I give over so many messages, you know. So please just be aware of that. They're saying be aware of something, like be aware, like just be aware. And I picked up that for another reading, better wear, like I better wear this or you better wear that. And it's like, you just don't tell me what to wear. Someone really does like try to tell you what to wear or what not to wear, or like you should really be doing this and you should really be wearing that and you really shouldn't be wearing this, and you know, you should have your hair this way, and that you should really, and it's like, oh man, don't keep prying into my life. You know, I'm a Pisces, you know, yeah, I can relate with this one. Not with my love life, but again, right? You know, don't pry into things that you'll get burned for, because it feels like if you pry into my life, you'll get burned. Meaning, like, I will tell you in the end, if you keep forcing yourself to do this, in the end, I will turn my back on you and I will tell you. But again, it feels like another never-ending rainbow. Again, it feels like a never-ending rainbow, you know. So, how long have we gone on for? 40 minutes. One more card, please, for Pisces. One more card for April for Pisces. Because, like, can you remember when I said from here to here, you've got to go through here. You've got to go through all of this, you know. So it feels like you're compromised and forced to. Okay, so you've got the devil in reverse. Again, Capricorn. There's somebody, some moon rising in Venus, that you might even not know what their chart is, that could well have Capricorn in their chart, and you might not even know, because it could be a grandma, a grandparent, a parent, a child. They could have that in their chart, okay? And then a cross-watcher will more likely watch it and... Sorry, but again, you know, turning my back on the devil, I'm turning my back on ego, you know. I don't want to know. It could be a very, very, very toxic situation with the devil in reverse, okay? It can. Because it doesn't matter the way you look at it, the devil is always there as well as God. This is Son and God, right? Yeah, well, this is God, and this is the Son of God. The Son of God, the son of a Leo, the son of a... that son of a... right? Oh, man, I can hear it. You son of a... beep. Right? But again, the Son of God. The Son of God, which is more than likely, could well be, the son of a Leo. Now, whether you get on with this Leo, or whether you don't get on with the Leo, it feels like some of you have a son that could well be a Capricorn. That is the son of a Leo, which is the son of a preacher man, right? It's the son of a preacher man. So preach, man, preach. Something to do with like preach or teach, like teach. It's like, but it's like, I'm trying to teach you and I'm trying to teach you and I'm trying to teach you. And it's like, I don't want to listen. Don't ask me. Unfortunately, guys, everybody has their own wheel of fortune and they have their own karma. And generally when you deal with family members or sons or daughters and people like that, we get very mixed up in their energy because we have empathy of looking at them as a human being, which is what they are. But when you look into soul growth and people like that, okay, each individual soul has a wheel of fortune of a person that they're going to be. They will never change the person they are going to be, as well as you can't never really change who you are. You might think you are, but then when you get into a relationship and the energy can be very confined with someone, it acts just the same as what family do. Because it's another physical human being of an energy that's contracted to you. So then family get in the way, work gets in the way, sleeping together gets in the way, not sleeping together gets in the way, cooking, cleaning, shopping, being able to see each other, not being able to see each other, see each other too much. It gets in the way of your destiny and your life, okay? So you're always going to have confronting energy around you. So it definitely feels like this is a son of a preacher man, of someone that could be very, very, very religious. Very religious. Okay? Because they're definitely saying that someone has like this religion, like losing my religion, losing my faith. But we have to keep faith and we have to keep Livy and faith and Livy. I'm picking it up again. We have to keep faith and we have to keep Livy or Livia, something to do with like Livia. And the Scorpio reading, I picked it up again, Chianti and liver. It's really to do with Catch Me If You Can. Okay? But Chianti and liver was something to do with like someone's auntie as well. Okay? It's coming out through the readings. Someone's auntie. It's like, well, my auntie. You know, it's something to do with my auntie. So for some of you, it's not. It's an auntie that you could have. Or a nan or something. Okay? But it's my auntie. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that, Pisces. We're going to go on with the rest of your reading. It's literally just $5, okay? I am asking for everybody to hopefully join, and I'll put it down at $5, and if people don't, I'm going to have to probably start putting it up again, and the reason that's why I put it down to $5, so everybody can hopefully join and see that you get your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Also, your partner, if you want to watch the extended with those. But readings, they flip over on the other side. Now, sometimes they can come good or bad, but I always give over the truth messages, okay? So who knows what that's going to be? But again, they're over on the other side if you want to join. $5 over on Patron. You can find the link below if you want to reach out for a personal message, a personal reading. You can do in the link below. Follow any other multimedia site that I have. Also, I've put all of playlists and stuff everywhere so you can check them out and then you can go back and see what timelines. because it's always very good to check back on a reading with loads of information to see if that actually come true. Because some people, they watch a reading, forget it, they go to watch another one, and then they go watch another one, and they go to watch another one, and they go to watch another one. But go back to your March readings and check them out just to see if the messages are now and it actually happened. There's a really good way of like putting in, you know, I mean, I used to do that. So anyway, hope you're all okay, and I will hopefully catch you over on Patreon, guys. Peace.